Most people believe success comes from talent, but this story will make you rethink everything. In a peaceful little town surrounded by hills, there lived a college student named Ethan. He was an ordinary young man, kind, curious, and full of life. He loved spending time with friends, playing basketball in the evenings, and watching the sunset melt into the horizon. That was his little world. But when it came to studying, Ethan struggled. No matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't focus or understand his lessons. His classmates often joked, "Ethan never gets it." And though he smiled on the outside, inside he felt small. Slowly, he started losing confidence in himself. He felt useless, hopeless. One day, after lectures were over, Mr. Harris, the philosophy professor, was still sitting alone in his office. Ethan gathered some courage and walked up to him, feeling unsure. In a soft voice, he said, "Sir, I want to talk to you about something." Mr. Harris nodded gently. "Come, sit down. What is it?" Ethan stayed quiet for a moment before whispering, "Sir, I'm really bad at studying. I'm trying, but I can't remember anything, and I can't focus either. No matter how much I study, nothing stays. I feel hopeless. If you could give me some advice." The professor placed his cup down and said calmly, "You know, Ethan, every great mind once felt the same way. But those who learn how to think, not just what to think, change their lives forever. If you truly want to improve, you can. I'm going to teach you 5 simple but powerful lessons that will help you focus better and change the way you learn." He smiled and said, "First lesson, calm your mind." He handed Ethan a glass bottle filled with muddy water. "What do you see here?" he asked. Ethan replied, "Dirty water, sir." "All right," Mr. Harris said. "Now let's leave it for a bit and watch what happens." After about an hour, the dirt settled at the bottom, and the water became clear. "What about now?" asked the professor. Ethan looked surprised. "The water is clear now, sir." "Exactly," said Mr. Harris. "Our mind is just like this. When it's full of stress, fear, or too many thoughts, we can't think clearly. So before you start studying, close your eyes for 5 minutes and focus only on your breathing. This will calm your mind and help you learn better. Second lesson," he continued, "focus on the present." He placed a lit candle on the table. "Look at this flame and try to keep your focus only on it. Don't let your thoughts wander." At first, Ethan couldn't focus. His mind drifted, thinking about his friends, his upcoming exams, and everything else. But slowly, his attention stayed only on the flame. "See," Mr. Harris said softly, "the past is over and the future hasn't come yet. What we truly have is this present moment. So when you're studying and your mind drifts away, gently bring it back to the task. Practice this every day." Third lesson, he went on, "try to understand, not just memorize." He handed Ethan a sponge and a rock, then poured water on both. The sponge soaked in the water, but the rock let it roll off. "Some students just try to memorize everything. They're like the rock," he explained. "But the students who try to understand, imagine, and learn through examples, they're like the sponge. They absorb knowledge. So always try to understand, not just memorize." Fourth lesson, he said next, break learning into small parts. He gave Ethan a large wooden block. "Try to break this," he said. Ethan tried, but it wouldn't break. Then the professor cut the block into smaller pieces, and finally, it broke easily. "You can't learn big topics all at once," Mr. Harris said. "Break them into small parts. Study a little each day. Take short breaks, then come back. This way you won't get bored, and you'll learn more easily." Fifth lesson, he said, practice regularly. He planted seeds in 2 pots. He watered one every day, but not the other. After a few days, the first pot had a small plant growing. The other remained dry. If you give just a little time every day to your studies, you'll see results, Mr. Harris explained. But if you study one day and skip the next 3, it won't help. Practice every day. even if it's just for 20 minutes. Over the next few weeks, Ethan followed every lesson his teacher shared. At first, there wasn't much change, but slowly, he began to notice he could sit and study longer. He started understanding topics more easily, and he no longer felt afraid. His grades improved, but more importantly, he began to enjoy learning. Years later, Ethan became a successful entrepreneur, known not for his brilliance, but for his calm focus and consistency. He often told people, "I wasn't born talented. I just learned how to learn." And you too, if you're struggling with studying, work, or any goal in life, take a step forward like Ethan did. Keep your mind calm. Focus on the present. Try to understand deeply. Break big goals into smaller steps. And practice every single day. Because these 5 lessons aren't just for studying. They work for anything you want to achieve in life. Success doesn't come from being the smartest, but from being steady, patient, and clear. Your small efforts will grow into big achievements one day. Your belief and consistency will become the strongest tools for your success. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you're new here, hit subscribe for more inspiring stories. See you soon with another tale that might just change the way you see life. Until then, stay focused, stay kind, and keep growing.